All right, let's dive into another Mtel question. This one says, which of the following expressions represents the value of a plus c raised to the b over b times a squared minus c squared when a equals 5, b equals 4, c equals minus 2? So what we're going to want to do is just plug these values in and simplify the expression. So looks like we have a plus c raised to the b up top. So a is 5, so 5 plus minus 2, which is just going to be minus 2. And then we're raising that to the b power, which is 4, over b, which is 4, times 5 squared minus negative 2 squared. And that's our expression. All right. You'll notice maybe the trickiest part of this is that c is being squared and c is negative. So we're going to use PEMDAS here, which is order of operations, right? So we're going to start with parentheses, then do exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction in that order. So the first things we want to look at are parentheses. So I've got a pretty good amount of parentheses here. The first thing I see up top is that we have 5 minus 2. So I can just do that. That's going to be 3 to the 4th. We got rid of our parentheses on top. And then we've got parentheses on the bottom, but there are exponents inside of the parentheses that we're going to have to do before we can do the subtraction like we did up there. So our next step is actually going to be to do the parentheses or the exponents inside of the parentheses on the bottom. So I'm going to leave this 4 on the outside. 5 squared is 25. Negative 2 squared is negative 2 times negative 2. So we actually end up with a positive 4, and then it's minus positive 4. So this is tricky because there's a lot of negatives involved there. But the key is that we're squaring a negative 2, and when you square a negative number, it always becomes a positive number, but then we are subtracting that, so we apply the negative afterwards. So again, we've got some parentheses on the bottom that we can do. I'm going to leave that 3 to the 4th up there for now. And then we have 4 times now 21. So next I'm going to do the exponent up top. 3 to the 4th power is 81. So that's going to be 81 divided by 4 times 21, which is 84. And then 81 and 84 both have a common factor of 3. 81 divided by 3 is 27. 84 divided by 3 is 28. So we end up with 27 over 28, which is answer D.